All right, enough Beyonce.
Okay.
Facing Tampa Sunday, what is their offense, and I guess specifically Baker Mayfield do well because you guys have faced Baker before.
Have we?
Yeah,
Carolina.
for second
Carolina.
week 2 last year.
Oh, right. That was last year?
Yeah.
How many teams have you been part of?
4.
There's 4? Because he went to the Rams. He went to the Rams.
Rams, Panthers now.
Rams, Panthers.
No, Browns, Panthers.
Browns, Rams, Panthers.
Bucks.
Tampa. Okay. He likes the. Once he left the AFC, he never looked back, huh? Okay. He's an NFC guy. I think that they put together, a game plan for us. I think the first 3 games they've been in each and every one of those fights, and it's something that you have to be aware of. I think it more pertains to what our defense wants to do. We have to be able to play all 4 quarters and improve upon, the reasons why we lost last week. I think that you hold a team to, you hold a team from the previous week to nothing until 8 minutes into the 4th quarter, you should have a great chance to win that game. So it's more about us this week than ever before.
How do you guys get back to that because you've done it?
It's more about us this week than ever before. So we're just focusing on exactly what it takes. So we're paying attention to the minutia, the finer details of all of our plays. You have to, we have exotic plays in, we have blitzes, we have, our base defense. But let's iron the details out. Let's everybody be on the same page. If we were clearer and more crisp on how we want to communicate on our line, how we want to communicate on our backside, I think the last 2 days of practice would indicate that we're ever more clear and crisp in our communication.
You look forward to the Marshawn versus Mike Evans?
I don't know what that has to do with me and my battles, but I feel like, as our defense, we have areas that we want to take advantage of, and I feel like over the years that has been an area that we have seen work for us. I do believe that, that's a tight matchup, especially with the wide receiver core, of course. But if the ball never leaves the quarterback's hands, then we don't have to worry about that matchup at all. So I'm going to think that our defensive line would like to get more pressure, be able to affect the quarterback. If the quarterback actually has to read our defense and hold the ball, that's when we're going to see things be collected.
Cam, have you seen the intensity of this rivalry grow since you came to the league?
You guys ask this every week, like we face a divisional opponent. Is there a rivalry between Tampa that I don't know about? Like 2 weeks ago, was there a rivalry from Carolina that I don't know about? There's only one real rivalry, and it's not really a rivalry, but it's the Saints and then the black and red team over in Atlanta. That usually leaves black and blue after the game. But in terms of the other rivalries, no, there are NFC divisional opponents. Rivalries a little bit much.
How many fights and ejections does it take to get to rivalry status?
It just depends.
They're trying to build that up.
It just depends, I feel like that one's more of a set situation. In terms of the city versus city, in terms of our fans versus their, I don't think they have fans anymore. Like once Tom left, huh? But in terms of a rivalry, you've seen bigger rivalries. I think that this is a game that is on our books and is the most important game because it's a divisional opponent, and you have to take these divisional games like they're two games in.
Speaking of Titanic matchups, Tristan Wirfs moved away from you. Are you going to have to flip to the other side to see him?
I've got to worry about now rushing Baker Mayfield instead of Tom Brady. Instead of we're putting formulating the game plan. Tristan Wirfs was a tackle. He was really good. Wherever he is, I'm sure he'll be really good. But that being said, I've always been more pressed about rushing the quarterback than rushing tackle or guard or any offensive lineman. They're people, I believe.
How have you seen this offense change under the new offensive coordinator and obviously new quarterback for the Bucs?
I think they do a lot of good things. If you talk about what they were a couple years ago when they had Leonard Fournette running at a high clip, you got Tom Brady wheeling and dealing. Those guys are gone. So now you've got, new quarterback, running backs. Of course, the wide receiver core has stayed the same. They've got a potent offense, and we have again. We're focusing on us. We're focused on our defense and what we can do to affect this game. It's not really about our opponent. It's about how well we can execute our game plan.